Okay, so I got a 65, so that means I miss, right?
Oh yeah.
I
So
believe. Yeah.
Vethselk spits this hideous stream of Drake venom, which sizzles on the rock, right there behind Listas. And that is, and now, just so you understand what's happening,
Yeah.
the man has brought Crixos has brought up his hands and is performing some sort of ornate gesture
Oh shit.
with his fingers. So
Okay.
that's what's happening. So
And I want to say, importantly, Vefselk isn't jumping down off of her
no, you
position to
spat from the
and
rock.
claw.
Right, right.
Right.
Mhm.
I think it's clear her body language is more get at leave this place. Like when you're
Okay.
when a cat's angry at you and hissing,
Right,
but
I
it's not going to
see.
jump at you,
I got
right?
it. Right, right.
That's
So
what this is about, right?
right, this was a spit and recoil kind of a move.
Exactly.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I like it. Man, the imagery is like almost chilling. I mean, now that we've got the whole encounter in our minds. And so
Yeah.
let's take a look now at what Ithasha does, which may well be nothing as made clear, but what is it?
Okay, I'm grabbing a handful of dirt and I'm just going to kind of stand upright again and kind of make a circular movement with my hand, release the dirt. And what's happening is that the coil of a sandstorm is basically wrapping around me. And I'm going to step basically between Westsalk and Quixas.
Okay.
And
mhm.
if I have a chance to talk, I'm just going to tell them, that's it. Stop it right here and now. We don't fight here.
I see. The that This is a very interesting point. The game has, and I've reviewed this very carefully. We can talk about it later, not to break our situation
Mhm.
here, but the game has literally no mechanics whatsoever for honestly convincing one another of something. It's nothing in this game. So that means it's kicked to us as pure role play, which is fine. It's just a soft point in the
Awesome.
system, okay?
Mm.
So but I want to clarify, there's no role that could resolve this
Mhm.
at all. So
And depending on how close they are to me, they are going to have trouble to fight.
right, I understand. The uh, 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 Crixos, seeing this, looks at Ithasha and says, he was about to do something, looks at Ithasha, this wall has come up. He there is, I will tell you, a corresponding shudder and almost a subsonic vibration in the entire structure that you're standing on, and that is not Ithasha's magic. So as soon as she invoked earth magic on this spot, earth spirits, the
Oh.
recognition that this thing, as it's like you struck the tuning fork, right? This thing has responded, this structure has responded. As he does that, you see fire born in the palms of his hands, and then he closes his hands and he says, she is under my protection first. Stop your monster, and we will not disrespect your ways. But and he, at this point, I mean, having spoken now, it's Lista's turn, and she grabs him and says, "Say no more." And he's ready to unleash, what he's got. But it's her turn, and she stops him from proceeding with his opinions.
I'm just looking at her
but you can tell it,
nodding very slightly so that she knows I recognize what she did, and I
is terrified.
do appreciate it.
The venom spit that missed her, she is terrified of her life. She's afraid. She's convinced that all of you are going to kill her. It's absolutely evident in her that she is terrified and that she feels that she's just going to die. And there's a despair in her. They've outrun the hyenas. They've had whatever adventures they've had. They've made it to this place, and now they're going to get killed. It's the worst. She's given up almost. So that's her situation. In this game, we roll initiative every round. And I will point out that Crixos aborted his action. So I'm going to actually take that into account, that he's got that action available faster than he might. So with that, everybody roll their initiative to see how that goes.
I got a 1.
Another 1. Oh my God.
Feeling good. Oh my God.
I got a 3.
Nice, I got a 4.
No, wait. I did
add all your numbers for your actions.
Oh, yes,
Potentially,
but
anyway. But potentially.
the dust storm is up for 1 minute.
Right.
So that's 5 rounds.
Oh, right. So
I'm still in between them.
Still up. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So those effects are going to kick in as soon as somebody comes too close to me, and I'm still right in between them.
Right. And I should point out that the sandstorm affects everybody. Vefselk.
Oh yeah.
Right. Vefselk is also prevented, or rather will take damage if you move into the field of sand storm or sand cloud that is whirling around Ithasha right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm really serious. I don't want them to fight here.
Right. So, okay, I got it. So, in that case, Sam, it's up to Vefselk to understand that Ithasha has actually chosen the spell or the spirit action, which would affect you as well as the others. Right.
At the lowest level possible.
Right. I got you. Yeah.
Which you don't know.
Right. Exactly. It looks
That's
terrible.
more to run.
Looks terrible no matter what. Right. Excellent.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that Vefselk would not want to kill these people on this sacred area. I don't think she's gonna do it because I can't spit again. Because it says only if you miss. It specifically says if you miss, you can't spit again for 5 rounds. It doesn't say if you hit. I guess your venom
I'm
just
not quite
stays
sure
whatever.
how to interpret that one, but let's just go to your action and cross the rules when we come to them. Right.
So I guess she's just gonna stay on top of that rock, not moving, but clearly ready to pounce.
Okay.
I think. Can I delay my initiative to after everyone else goes?
There's no rules for that, which is kind of weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a standard house rule in role playing that you can dial back your action until later in the round as you see fit, but there is no language about that in the rules. Right now I don't know.
So I think I think she's just staying where she is, quivering with tension, clearly ready to pounce, but her eyes are completely still focused on I keep forgetting her name, but staring into her eyes. Yeah, Lista staring deep into her eyes.
Right. And the good point. Oh wow. Okay, good point. In that case, I want to tell you that she got a 1 on initiative as well. And her
okay.
action takes no time. So, and so it's perfect. She responds to you. Remember, she knows you're a duster. He doesn't. So,
Right.
So
True,
she
true.
says to you, in duster, and it's very simple, which is, please help, you know, yeah, please help. I am, and that's actually all she can get out. She's pleading with you. Don't hurt us. Don't hurt me. Okay. And is quite panicked. I mean, you're looking at
Right.
a person who, well, not to give you much backstory, but she's been very brave today.
Right.
Okay. And this broke her. So that's what you see. Now, I didn't keep track of everybody's freaking numbers, but
I
you
have
all
6.
rolled horribly.
Late.
So what are the two of you going to do? And then we'll move to Crixos, who had a
I had 4, so I'm going before him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm keeping the dust storm up as long as I can, at least for this round.
No problem at
But
all. Right.
I'm going to tell her in duster, just because it's easier for me.
Right.
If you can keep him from talking, we may be fine.
Okay.
Just see
so
that he keeps his mouth shut.
And then that moves then to Farith, and you understood. You understood what they said. That Vefselk has backed away. That the Listas has pleaded for them in a very kind of despairing way, but she addressed it to Vefselk, knowing that Vefselk's a duster, obviously. And Asha has said, you keep Crixos quiet.
Just one detail, because I'm trying to make sure I have the right situation in mind. She said that very calmly, but she's probably, I guess, screaming. There is this raging wind going on. How loud is this thing right now? Or
it's dominating. The sandstorm is dominating the sensory aspects of the scene. Particularly because, as I pointed out, it's not just the sandstorm. There is also that effect that I mentioned of the entire environment that you're standing in. So at the moment, Ethasha's calmly speaking from the center of this is quite dramatic, in my opinion. Okay, so what do you say, Farith?
So I'm just going to yell and I'm going to yell to Chrysos specifically, and I say, I very firmly, I say, just stand down, and I promise I can save your lives.
Okay, that's good enough for him. He realizing how freaked out Listas is, basically takes her and puts his arms around her, looks up at all three of you seriously, and she's, I'm going to say, she's saying, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And he looks up at you, looks, up at the Drake in particular, with I'm not taking my eyes off you kind of look, and and then says to Farith, he really, she said, be quiet, and so he's like, he nods. All right, so it seems as though the mayhem has settled down a little bit. It all kind of came down to that spit roll, didn't it, Sam?
Yeah.